my name is Maria Postman. I'm your new property manager. I started on October 1st, like I said it in the letter. I'm pretty sure a lot of you homeowners already got my violation letters, especially more for the roof cleaning. We will talk about this, but let me just try to do the annual meeting, the part that I have to do it. But just to let you know, in order for you to have an annual meeting, you have to have, according to the Florida State 720, 30% of the 242 units. So we need to have 73 homeowners sign present and or by proxy. Right now, I have only 22. So therefore, no quorum, no annual meeting.
Right.
Now, usually what happens after this, it will go to a organizational board directors meeting. Because the board might state or somebody might resign, I don't know, but now I don't have a quorum from the board.
Right.
So I can't even hold an organizational meeting first. And then I will have to hold a board directors meeting for the agenda that you see in the top, but we can't. We don't have a quorum. So what I can do right now, I would like to hear from the homeowners any issues that you're having that I would like to know, if you can tell me. Yes, ma'am.
Maria, before you continue, how many processes do you have?
22 altogether, present and by proxy.
No, you haven't turned in ours.
We didn't need to turn it.
Oh, that's right. 'cause we
She
didn't
just
have-
turned
Okay.
it.
Go
So
ahead.
I have a couple questions. One, what if you don't get to that 73?
We're starting.
Well, let me tell you, I do have all the communities that's almost the same size as yours. And I have to tell you, the board members, committee, people that they want to really make sure that there's a change. I suggest you don't have yours. Management cannot do that for you. I have to really completely be out of that. But I do suggest for the next annual meeting, you receive that, go and knock your door from your neighbor. Because it's easy, a lot of people call me to ask me what can I do? I said, send me the proxies.
Can I make a suggestion?
Sure.
Right, so this can go on for quite a while. And according to what you're saying, we cannot make changes or enhancements until you get that 73-person
That's
proxy.
right.
So,
I mean, changes in what? I want.
well, you just said we can't review things, we can't go over the budget, or we can go over
Or
it,
you
or
can go
we
over
can
the
make
budget.
changes to it until you have 73 people.
Right, I guess,
Get people
just to tell you
You need to sign that, because you need to vote, they have to count your vote.
The board
That you
directors
were
is the
here.
one who approves your budget. Okay, this is not a contract, it's a homeowner association. So
And just give it to
usually,
her.
we had a workshop also with the board directors meeting, I think like a month ago.
Yeah.
And how many homeowners came?
Three.
One or two?
Three.
And if,
She was
and
there.
even if you cannot come, and we understand, guys, that you also work. We also work here, but if you cannot come, if you wanna see some changes, send an email to Maria now. And I will follow up that with the board and see what can we make changes in anything.
Right, can I just make a suggestion? So, my other
It's just
neighborhood,
gonna pick up the
the management company, every time something like this came up, they emailed. So they have a list of all the homeowners that reside within that management company's district or area, the neighborhood. And whether it was bulk garbage, they sent out an email, reminder, bulk garbage tomorrow, reminder, board meeting, we must have at least this many people here at the meeting, come, let's discuss it. The mail is great. I believe email, these days especially, people rely on that to let them know what's going on. So if you can maybe add that, in addition to sending out something like this, maybe emailing the community to let them know, we have a board meeting on Monday. We have, whatever it is, but I believe that in order for homeowners to be more informed of what's going on in their neighborhood, I think it takes their problem, but we need to inform the community. We all want to be on the same page. So I think that sending out an email to the homeowners behooves the management company. I think it would be a game changer. I think that more people would read it, would attend, would participate. So if you would maybe consider it.
Not a problem, that's a good suggestion. Excuse me, sir, go ahead. No, it's a good suggestion. We are going to be looking into that. That's it, definitely, it would be nice, I will have to send, I did not receive all the email addresses from the previous management company. And I don't know, the ones that I have in my system that they provide us are the correct one. So what I need to suggest to the board is I need to send a letter asking for all the information from the home, with the telephone number, with the email address, so that way, and hopefully, I can get everybody. The problem is, if I will go to you, the problem is if I don't get everybody, I cannot just send a group, the notices, and then the other ones, I cannot do that. So I send it, everything via email or acknowledge. So that is one of the, we will try to put something in that letter if the board agrees for me to send a letter. That is it's imperative for everybody to put all the information for us to communicate in the future via electronic, okay? Anything else?
I mean, I do have other things. I'd like to go over this budget that was sent to the mail, but are we allowed to discuss it because there are 70?
Well, we can talk. I can just talk and just remember. I know a little bit about the association. I might have to come and say, I don't know, and I will have to come back. I don't have all the numbers here, but yes, you tell me, Maria, I have this issue, this other issue, but we'll talk about it. But let me just go to the other lady and I'll come back to you.
It's actually piggybacking on what she said about if we can just log into your website and do a registration as a homeowner. I think that's the most efficient way to do this. Most people are able to access their email if they have a registration page where they're able to give their email information. That may save a lot of time, and I think it's a really efficient way. I've seen that done in other communities that work pretty well.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah,
We
you just
have
go,
that,
you give them the information, this is the website for you to register with a new management company, and, you know, give them the instructions when they're
Not a
there.
problem.
But they have to have their email first.
Go ahead, one at a time.
I was
then.
gonna say
Yes.
legally, the attorney has to draw up something that has to be signed by individuals who want to get notified by email.
No, I'm just saying, it's a homeowner
Legal.
registration, you give the information you wanna give. If you don't wanna be contacted by email, you don't have to, but in the world that we live today, most people will appreciate
I
the
understand, but if
efficiency
you
of
want to get
that.
email, there is a procedure that you have to go through to legally make it so that the association is not held liable for something like that.
Okay, well, that would be up to
Okay,
the
yes.
property manager and the
Right.
board.
Yeah, there would be
Okay.
something on there.
Go ahead, sir.
No, I had some questions about the budget and,
But we're not from the budget. no.
is that
Well,
something we can wait
if
till
we
later?
can just hold it, so we all can come together and I can go over and everybody ask me questions right there. And go ahead, anybody else, go ahead.
So is there a portal or a website for the?
No.
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 That's correct.
No.
Oh, that could be a problem.
And second question, where's the rest of the board?
Not here.
Is there?
Well, I have
Two
to-
sick,
Mhm.
two people sick, and one is outside of the United States.
Vacation.
They just got sick, they were coming. But I have to tell you,
Oh,
everybody.
reset, they gotta
What's
vote.
going on?
It's a holiday too.
Yes, sir.
Are you gonna be sending out coupons for the maintenance fees?
Well, just remember,
January?
guys, okay, let me explain to you. We are not having a board directors meeting, which in the agenda that you can see is discussion approval, the proposed budget to 2020. So we couldn't accomplish. After this being approved, soon after, I will send all the coupons to everybody. So now I have to find out if I have available another room for this month to do at least the approval of the proposed budget. I have to have some place, otherwise we will have to do it in the community pool.
Okay.
I don't know yet. All right, I really don't know.
One thing you may want to be very careful of is sending those coupons out earlier and put them in some kind of a special mark, you know, that really captures people's attention, because many people like us, many of us have it on auto pay. And if you don't remember, if you don't remember, oh, I need to change it, in December, it's gonna go over to the other management company, you're gonna have
Okay,
to deal with
can
that.
I just explain to you what is happening right now? When you change management company, you have an auto pay in the future, or even now that you already have with United, the management company has to close and make it cancel all those automatic withdrawal by the last day that the service
Okay,
is.
no.
So that is period. And anytime they change. So what is going to happen now, when they approve the budget 2020, we are going to be sending you the coupons to all of you. Nobody has any automatic payment yet set up. But because you are going to receive those coupons earlier, and I'm hoping that you will receive it by December the first week, that was my goal after you approve it today, is you will have all the information for the auto pay that you can sign in. So you will have time to put your payments for the next year. Now, let me explain to you what the auto payment, just for you to know, is. Let's say right now your maintenance fee says $400 a quarter, and next year it goes to $380. And you say, Maria, how my auto pay? Well, management has to change to $380. You don't have to do anything. We do it through the bank. We advise to the bank that the new management fee is $380, not $400. So they will update those
I
numbers.
do it through bill pay, so I have to go.
That is bill pay. When we're talking it's automatic payments, so the ACH,
Okay.
in case you know. Any other questions? Any other questions that I have? Because otherwise I go to the budget part. Yes, ma'am.
One more question. How many employees are assigned to this community? What is our way to communicate? What is your communication method with the homeowner association, with homeowners?
Everything goes to me.
So-
I'm your property manager. I have 2 people who works for me. My company is very small. I'm in business for 2010 with Impulse My Management. Prior to that, I have my other firm with 3 more partners, which I was telling few homeowners. One of them, she didn't like it. It was too stressful. That's number 2. She resigned after 2 years, and I stayed with the other one for another 3 more years until she passed away. I said, that's it.
Okay,
I
do
need
you
to
manage
move on.
any other communities
Oh, yes.
besides this one? How many other ones?
In Weston, I manage Country House Executive Homes. That's it. No more in Weston. All my communities are in Bay Harbor Islands.
Okay. So you're the dedicated point of, there's no
All the time.
second, there's
No.
no third,
I
there's...
want to make sure that I know. That's what I'm a small company, and I don't want to grow more than I am
Okay.
right now.
Okay.
Because I want to give you the service that you deserve. I already work for big companies, for management companies, and I know what it is. So I'm not going to go. Even today, somebody for a commissioner from City of Western is asking me for a commercial. I said, I can do it. I'm not going to do it just because of money. I want to do the service. That's why I keep my name on my company in good standing. Okay? But for me, that is very important. Yes, ma'am.
So as far as the board election goes, since we don't have a quorum, does the board just roll over?
Well,
Is that how
it will roll over, but just to let you know, I don't know, they are all, everybody here. I will know if somebody is going to stay, or somebody is saying, no, I resign, and then the board, at the next board meeting, they will have to appoint somebody. Okay? But I don't know, if everybody says that I wanna roll over, yes, they will go.
Good. Could I ask a question to Raul?
Yep.
Raul, again, I haven't been to a meeting, I guess, for a while, so I wanted to ask you a question in regard, what process did you use to select our property manager based upon?
We had
How you-
two companies, and between the 2 companies, the board decided to go for the first company.
Well, what was the other company? Was it the one we had already, is that what you're saying?
No, United was not part.
Okay,
The idea was to remove United because United was receiving pay for job that they were not provided to the community. That was the reason that I brought it to the attention to the board of directors. Because for a long time, there were so many issues that were not resolved, included the last month, they didn't do nothing for us. Not even they submit the management report. And today, I received a check, and I want to be paid for service that they provided. I voted the check, I'm not gonna pay them, because they didn't do anything for us. So I had 2 companies, okay? The first one the first company, we started the negotiations, and we were not able to reach an agreement because there were so many high charges, okay? So I present the issue to the board that we reached an impasse. So the board authorized me to get Maria, we sat, we went to the contract negotiations.
Yeah, there are hundreds of companies. How did you come up with the two that you chose out of the hundreds of
One,
companies?
I met this person at the seminars that I got every 6 months at the convention center, Global Convention Center. She was one of the persons that was, who was providing the service for one of the seminars. And Maria was recommended for one of the homeowners because the mother of this person is the president of the other community. I got in touch with her.
Well, I can tell you, I know Maria 16 years ago, and she happens to be one of the top managers you're gonna find.
Well, I can tell you, I cannot be
good to
more
know.
happy than what I see so far. I cannot see it because we were paying United and I was doing the
Right.
job. I was every day outside dealing with issues. That is not my job.
I know, well, you've got
That's not my job.
you've got a
So
great,
I'm
you got a
so
great
happy with her.
manager.
You cannot believe it. She's on top of everything and it has been only 60 days.
And she's been doing it for a long time.
And she was doing it before, she was working with me before she started to get paid. So I'm very happy with her so far.
Okay.
That was
Again,
one
it was nothing about you. I just wanted to know the
No,
process.
no, guys,
Okay,
I do
because-
understand your concern because it's your money.
Yeah.
And I 100% I agree, and you have to ask your questions. I don't have no problem. But I would like also to give me opportunities to show how I work. And this is the beginning with us, the relationship that I wanna have with the homeowners. I don't wanna be the mean person. Sometimes I will, depends on the situation. Because I already found people that are going to be very aggressive when I talk to them. But my job here is to help you guys to have your community and to keep the standards of your community. I want your home values to be even going higher and higher. That's why I have Country House Executive Homes. And I'm doing that community since 2010. So just to let you know how I work. If the board decided that I'm not doing a good job, I have a 30 days notice. I don't get you for a 1-year contract. I will never do that to any of my clients.
Yeah, the other one did too. They had 30 days out too as
No,
well.
not
people
everybody.
Well, the one that we hired before, it was 30 days.
Well, the last contract was
Yeah,
for
they
3
were
years.
30
So
days.
before that one was,
Yeah, it was a
after 1 year,
rollover.
30 days
It was a
notification.
rollover. You
Yeah.
had to meet,
Yeah.
a certain time. Yeah.
Right. In my case, you can just do it with or without a cost. I don't have no problem.
Right.
Yes, somebody, yes, ma'am.
So before I get to the budget, I did want to thank you. One of the statements that you just said is to increase the home values.
Correct.
And we already got a letter about maintaining our property. I appreciate that. That doesn't get me upset at all. I love it. I hope that you get to everybody with their roofs. I think that another thing is the gutters need to be power washed. Whether, the lawn company does that or whoever it is, if we're supposed to do it, but a very important part of your job is to increase the value of our homes, and people must maintain their homes. So and I'm sure many other homeowners, it's a pain in the butt when you get a letter, but it's for the better of the community, whether it's washing the roof, painting, whatever. It's to upkeep, and I just wanted to say thank you, because I appreciate that part. And another thing that I would just love to throw out there, and I don't know if it's viable or not, in the future, we have to take measurements and stuff, but you really want to increase the value of the homes, maybe putting in, not a guard gate, but at least an arm.
They won't allow you in the city.
We don't want
No,
to.
they won't.
You
I
can't,
tried.
logistically, you
I tried in other
cannot.
communities, they have a bigger
You can't.
entity,
Yeah.
like Patio 1. I'm going to tell you, for you to have at least 500 cars per day. And then you will have to have not only the approval from Country House Executive Homes, you will have to have from Captiva and I don't know, another association. It's like a 5-mile radius, you will have to have an engineer, it won't pass. The city won't come. 'Cause
The city won't pass
So
it.
Captiva has one.
Captiva because
They have a long way in, yes.
they have a longer drive.
Is
And
there
not
anything, is there anything that we could do to, something along those lines that?
Well, I have to tell you, right now, because of the issues, I have two communities, one with a long entrance and one with no entrance. So
Yeah.
it's right there. So what is going to happen right now, we decided is to put the security cameras. That is to give more security to the homeowners. And we are going to be connected with the police department.
There's a lot, right across the street from Sequester
You know
Chase
that?
Middle School. There's
That's
a
gonna
community,
cost.
there's smaller homes, and there's, I wanna say there's a white gate, or maybe they're arms, but it's a very short, I think even shorter than what we have, so only one person can turn it at a time.
Emerald.
I think that's what it
Emerald,
is.
but then you can see a very open space in which a car can come back and go out.
Right.
Yes, it's short, but then it's a rotunda, like a rotunda, very open, because you can go to the left, to the right, and straight.
The problem is
I
we
know
will
it's not-
cause backlog. We will have a problem. If you have a gate, you're gonna have, and you can't do that, you cannot block traffic from flowing
Yeah.
through.
No, I
That's
agree.
why they're
I'm
doing
just-
it.
You talk about increasing the value of a
Yeah.
community.
Well,
One at a time.
you know how much your maintenance would go up? You have 3 entrances.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
across the aisle.
It's gonna be
So
very
So you have to have
special.
24.
They won't allow you
Okay,
a patio.
lots
No,
of-
patio
the city
or
already
free.
shut it down.
Yes, I will
When-
go with you.
When we
Just give me a
moved,
sec.
20 years ago, we moved into patio 1, there was a guardhouse that Arvida had originally built, do you remember?
Yeah.
It was cute, it looked like a little.
It was
slope.
right at the main
At
entrance,
the
but
main
the city
entrance.
wouldn't let.
They wouldn't
allow
let
it.
us do it because of Country Isles Elementary School. There
Right.
was so much traffic coming down there, they couldn't back up cars.
Right.
You'd have a lot of-
Onto Royal.
A lot of truck
Yeah.
You have to have queue
Like on the
lights.
main road, there was a.
It would, yeah, as soon as you turn right from, like you come off 75, you turn
It was
right,
probably
right
about-
before Cat Teeth. and
About
then
150 feet in
It was
from
in
the
the
Yeah.
middle
main
of the
road.
ground.
Right in the middle of that.
And they knocked it down?
Oh, yeah.
They took it down, yeah.
Eventually. I mean, it was there for a long
And
time, not
executive wanted
working.
to take it to them within the executive homes, they wouldn't
Yeah.
let, there wasn't enough.
So I'm assuming you're talking about executive two, because
Executive two
we
and one.
lived there many years ago, and I was on the board, and we tried to get a gate.
Yeah.
And again, same thing like patio two, where we are now, there's not.
Sure, yeah.
And so if we tried, it'll never happen.
You might you have to go with the 500 cars every day. That is one of the, and it has to go with this, with the engineering study. If you don't comply, you go to 499, you don't pass it, it doesn't matter what it is. So even if you do, how would you feel only to give a gate, patio 1 and patio 2 and 3 won't have no gate? But the homeowner who lives in patio 2 and 3 will have to pay for that gate anyway,
Right.
because it's common area. So we need to look into if furnace for everybody. If we want to have security, like right now, I'm having almost a year for executive two that they just put the poll today, 2 days ago. I'm sorry, on Friday. And we are going to be putting the security camera just to try to, because we are having a lot of break-ins in the cars. I don't know if it's happening in your community.
No,
There's a
lock
lot
the
of
car.
cars that are being broken.
But we lived in Weston Hills, and my car was broken in right in my driveway, so it doesn't protect you from
That
that.
can happen anywhere.
That's
Yeah.
true.
But
The
it's
gates are not
very
gonna protect you.
often,
The criminals are inside.
It's a, yeah, it doesn't matter where you are. Like, yeah, so it's- I mean, it's nice.
Who else wants to have a question?
But I have
Elena?
one.
Oh, no,
No?
I said what I wanted to say.
All right, any other, yes,
Well, this is about parking because of where I live.
I was going to
Oh,
talk about
yeah,
parking.
the parking
I was
Let's have a
matter.
talking about
conversation on
parking.
parking.
What
But
is
yesterday,
going
I just
on?
want to mention before about violation that she was mentioned, is I sent you a violation letter for 14 days. I also put you an email on the letter. So it's not, we are not here, and I think the board is not here. Hopefully you will support me, to come and give you a fine and, and be back. We are trying for you to comply, but with a certain time that is available for everybody. We don't want you to take 3 months to resolve one issue when you can resolve it maybe in a month and a half. So if you receive a letter, you're having problem to find whatever vendor you are or anybody to help you to resolve that violation, please send me an email. Maria, I'm having a hard time, I did this and I did that. I put my note, usually I'm going to get you some attention, the violation. So I'm not here to come and push you, But right now we are coming to the holidays. I think everybody would like to see their houses, and your neighbor house, beautiful. The roof, when I came, I couldn't believe it. It was just, but I'm still giving the chance to the homeowners to look because it is hard. And now that it's coming, yes, please send me a note, an email. Maria, I'm having a hard time. I need this. Going to the parking, and it's good that you talk. We were going to be talking this at the board meeting, but we can't. I just want to inform that we had a contract with this company to do we thought the monitoring, and then for the first time, just send a warning letter or a warning sticker, and the second time, you will get told.
Right.
But it did not happen like this. And it happens that they towed 5 cars the first time. And we say, what happened? So we tried to fight with this company back and forth. We put everything on hold because they don't want to do the warning letter. If they want to do the warning letter, I better say, they're asking us right now just to come and do the towing, $200 a month. That's very cheap compared to have a patrol. 5 days, let me just finish, please. 5 days a week. But it did not really work because the way that they did it. So we put it on hold. But now if they want to do the warning and then come and tow it, would be $600. That's a lot of money now per year. It's $600 per month. So that we're talking $7,200 a year. So that is a lot of money. So everything is in hold. What a lot of people are complaining to me is people are parking on both sides of the street. They are parking over the grass. They are parking next to the house that is not their house, and they are trying to use that as a parking when the driveway is empty. It's going to take me a little bit to fix this one, and some fight with the homeowners, because I already have one, very bad. So just, I will go with you. So I just want to let you know, the board, we are trying to see another way that we can try, another companies maybe, because those companies were brought by United, if I'm not making a mistake, correct? The companies for the coin, because when I came, they were already proposed something.
That was
from
one of
United.
the companies that was proposed by United, yes.
Yeah, so we are going to be looking at other ways to really enforce the parking, because I cannot ask the board, go and put the stickers in the car, that is not fair. But if I find the car that is over the grass, we are sending a violation letter with a big picture of the car. I don't say little picture, say big picture. Okay, so people, they know. Hold on, she was raising her hand.
Yeah, so, did we ever have a towing company prior to this?
Yeah, before, yes. We used to have it. That was before Hurricane Irma.
I'm sorry, before what?
Before the Hurricane Irma. That was before 2017. We had a company who used to do the patrol and also tow truck. We stopped it after the hurricane because we needed to use that money to clean up the community. And since that, until now, that this became a very serious issue, that we were forced to bring the company back because.
Is it, so let me just ask a question. You say it's a serious issue and we have to have a company patrol our neighborhoods 24 hours a day and tow cars. Isn't it something where if a neighbor reports another neighbor and says, oh, you know, if you're parked in front of my house, whatever the case may be, can't they call up the management company, which is you, and say, hey, listen, I'm having a problem with, you know, this address, just check into it.
No.
But I think the first step should be, if a neighbor is having an issue, to call up the management company and then have the management company research it. To hire a company on 24-hour call and then have that company tow people, which is hugely, wildly expensive for a person to get their car back. I mean, I find it unfathomable that we hire a 24-hour towing company when really it just takes a phone call and then you send them a letter, hey, please just make sure you're not parking in the street at this time, you know, in the evenings, this is where your car should be. I find that we are putting out more money that maybe we shouldn't be, and whichever homeowner is getting that violation, maybe a letter to them, a warning to them, rather than towing them. It's,
Can I explain?
No, let him-
Go ahead, you do it.
Give it up,
I
President.
have been dealing with this issue for a long time, and I have been trying a different way, a different communication with people, face to face, and nothing works. I wish that things worked in the way that you explained. I love to have it done. Believe me, I don't want to spend that money on a truck company. I prefer to spend something on beautification, on something that everyone can enjoy. Remember, I have to think collectively about 242 people. I cannot be thinking about one. The homeowner's thinking about one. Why am I gonna have my car to be troubled? But the person to that said, well, I made a decision, and that decision has a conclusion. The conclusion is, I made a mistake, gotta pay the consequence.
Right.
No matter what, I was warning already. So that is why, because if we wait until something serious happens, because cars are parked on both sides, and the fire department comes, and cannot go through there, that person in the other corner can die.
Right,
Because
how-
this road was
how-
not able to get there.
how many
because-
people are in violation that we have to hire a 24-hour
It's not
and
20,
say?
it's not 20,
Not
they're not gonna be
I mean, that's what the
24/7.
letter was. It was 24-hour
They will be
patrol.
at any time in
Anytime
24
during
hours
the-
patrolling. At any time, that can be random. They're not gonna be 24 hours around.
Okay, but how many, are there that many people that are in violation? who
Yes,
need their cars
yes.
towed?
Believe me,
Yes.
it's a lot.
Depends where you live.
Believe me, it's a lot.
Do you
Look at
not
my
have this
house.
by your
Can I
house?
just say?
And
We have times we can't get into our driveway.
street is
We either can't get in or we can't get out, because there are 19 cars around our,
I can tell you,
around our
and that
house.
is in the three patios. That's
Yeah.
everywhere.
It's all over.
Yes.
So,
all over.
Yes.
I have a question.
I'm sorry. She
Oh,
raised
sorry.
her hand too.
It's about the same
Where
thing.
you live, but I have a corner house, it's been an issue since I moved in a little over a year. It's sort of hidden, so a lot of people in the middle of the night, I was gonna ask, who do I reach out to when I have people that we don't know who they are? That are
Exactly.
visiting somebody, that they don't just park on the street, they're parking into the grass. Next to my house, I have a sliding glass door on that side. And I hear people talking, and it's gotten a little less, but then it started again, because nobody can see that people are there in the middle of the night, throughout the night. I also have a neighbor, I'm not gonna say who, that are, they still have a lot of people coming through the night, except that they park and they put their
Last
flashers
week.
on.
Last week it
Today, I couldn't,
There
people
must
couldn't
be
get through the
17
street
cars.
today.
It's a problem, it's a serious problem.
It's getting to be, you know what?
Without counting what we spend on
Yeah.
the sprinkler system damage.
Right,
We
they
spend
pull
a lot of
into
money.
your
You're going-
yard, like
You
on
turn
the
in,
grass.
go to your house, and you turn out and go right out.
Right.
If you come,
You might-
we're all the way in the back,
Mhm.
on
might feel
Montpelier,
different.
and she's on the corner.
They just
of
park into the
Montpelier.
grass, so
You
I
have
was
no
actually,
idea what's going on.
I had the
It's
problem in that
unbelievable.
community. Yeah, also in patio
I was
one.
actually thinking maybe putting like 2 or 3, you know, those palms that are double palms, so that people couldn't pull into
Or
the
you know
yard.
those little
Something.
cement, little
Oh, they won't allow you.
trays?
The city won't allow you.
Well,
I
I'll
think
put
one
something,
night.
I'm to the point where I'm so frustrated with it, and my neighbors, like this afternoon, actually took up both sides of the street. It was very hard for me to get into my parking spot. And now that you have the 2, you can park 2 and 1, which I think is great. But the one car, if it's halfway in the street in the middle of the night, or during the day, since I back out right into their driveway, because our driveways back up to each other, I need more space. I have to go into my grass, I'm going like this and that, it's just, it's so unneighborly.
And I'm going to tell you,
And
this is
one
the
more thing I
biggest
gotta add
problem.
before I forget.
Right.
If we make a complaint, does the people know that you complained
No.
about them?
No.
Because the other company did, because someone came to my house,
No.
these neighbors,
No.
that are so nice, started
Some board troubles,
putting,
aren't
you know, bright lights directed at my house
board
from my
troubles,
front door.
Well, just remember, if the complaint, let's look like this. Even if it comes to me, you complain, you call me, I have this bright light into my door.
Well,
I won't have to come
For a
and
week, and
inspect
then
it.
they stop, but these people,
But
I don't know,
I-
there's something, there's a lot of traffic, I don't know.
And I won't say who told me about this, but.
Is that in
also
writing
the
somewhere?
kind of the violation that is going to be addressed,
I
that
just
the
wanna
light
know.
is facing this house, definitely are going to say that you are the one who complained. Even though, I'm telling you.
a little afraid to complain because
Yeah.
of different things, but.
Retaliation from your neighbors. Is
Yeah.
that in writing somewhere in your agreement or on our documents that if somebody brings to you an issue that they're having, such as your issue, which is pretty serious, you're not gonna vouch that information to the homeowner.
I don't vouch any
We don't
information.
Okay, because it's happened before, that somebody complained and they were told, your neighbor did that.
No.
It did happen.
Listen, this is something that I work completely
Maybe
different.
assumes.
Even when people call me for parking, I try to go there. This past 3 weeks, I was in your community constantly because of the parking problems.
Yeah, I know.
Because everybody is fighting with everybody, with the neighbors and all that.
We don't fight.
No, I'm just saying the ones that I met.
Peacefully.
So I'm just going to tell you, I try to put in the middle the two homeowners so I can make it this amicable solution, but I find a few people, they don't want to even do that. We know that.
Nice.
We
Unfortunate.
know.
Yeah, it
And the
happens.
only thing is, even if I send a violation, just for you to know, even if I send a violation, then it goes to the grievance committee for a fine, and they fine up to $1,000. Well, the $1,000 is going to be sitting on the layer that they sell it. So they still will do whatever they want. So right now, we have to be a little bit stronger and a little bit tough. I think the towing in one part would be great, but we really need to think this one.
But who would I reach out to in the middle of the night when cars
You
are parked
can.
and people are parking in the street?
The police.
Police.
Call the police, they'll learn.
Okay.
Call the
If
police.
it's a hazard,
Won't do anything.
if it's a hazard,
And making noise, keeping you
Well,
awake.
Right.
and they're not always making noise, but they park in the street and put the lights on so that,
Well,
it's
that's
an
scary.
all-night thing.
That's a
You know,
nuisance.
what's
That
going
is
on.
a nuisance.
But it- right.
There are
Keeping
also
up.
no
Darn,
ordinance
darn.
about
I got-
hindering.
if he was.
Yeah, no, I-
citizen.
yeah, but-
Okay.
What if you're having people?
No, hold on, it's one at a time, so give me a
Safety
second.
hazard, don't cite him for that. I mean, but
I wanna
Okay.
be a good neighbor.
No,
I'm friendly,
you-
but I'm just having like.
But just to let you know, if it's a nuisance, the light is flashing, you can see in
It's a
your
nuisance.
house.
Yeah.
It is, you need to call the police.
Yeah, it's nuisance.
You can send me an
City of
email,
Western has
but I
that.
won't do anything until 12
Wish you
o'clock,
could've do it.
that I have to tell you, all right? Let me
Make a
go.
video.
No, I just
Call
want
the
to
police.
clarify, because I was on the board prior, and when we
don't
did
need to
have
know
a
that.
towing service. And the towing service would only show up between 12 and 5 or 5:30 in the evening.
Overnight parking.
It never did any patrols during the day, it only did things, and it was meant for people that would not, they didn't want to have cars parked overnight. But I guess my concern as we're coming into the holidays is, we know a lot of people have family over, friends over.
Kids from
You know,
college.
There's gonna be kids from college, so, you know, there's gotta, and there was always that flexible during the holidays because, you know, what are you gonna do? We have a parking situation, you can't create new parking. So I think we need to take that under advisement
Jim,
as we move forward.
Let me say this, the rules are the same thing. They are from April 2015, nothing changed. What we are enforcing is the same thing. Now, if somebody's gonna have a reunion, party or anything, send an email to Maria.
Oh, yeah.
Let her notify, listen, I'm gonna have people here in
And
my house.
already people did it.
Okay, and she's
Okay.
gonna tell you, put a note up front of the car indicating where you're located.
What the
But
party is.
The truck count, car is not gonna be, no truck over there.
Yeah.
Simple
So
as
is
the
that-
same thing. It's
so-
nothing new.
So-
Same thing.
Okay, but
Well,
wait,
I meant
because,
to I mentioned the patrol is something new, as this
Well,
now gonna be 24 hours
control is
instead
according to
of.
the contract that you negotiated with them, and that's what we negotiated with them, to be sure that they come and patrol at any time in 24/7, 5 days a week, with the understanding that each car that they remove from the property have to receive a warning first, whether a sticker or a ticket, either way.
But people can still park during the day on the side.
one side.
On one side.
so
one
which
side.
side do you determine they're gonna park on?
For me, it's very simple.
It's where
If I drive into my street and I see one car parked on the right side,
Huh.
I'm gonna park on the right side, because
Okay.
I know that I cannot park on both sides.
That's you.
Most people will not do that, Raul.
Unfortunate.
That is, that is
Unfortunately,
one
it's
thing.
common
So-
sense.
But I have
I don't know how you're gonna enforce
That
that.
was my first question, is which side is the
Yeah,
side?
that's
Because
not
then
clear.
if there's a dispute, I can say I was there first. and the
I
other
was there
person
first,
did
you
it,
parked
or-
on the wrong one.
You can
Right.
put
We put
signs
some
up
kind
at
of
the
But
front.
I need to tell you, everybody has to use a common sense. You know
That's
this,
not gonna work.
but
I'm
let me
sorry.
just
Yeah.
finish.
There is no
People
common
will
sense.
understand
Sorry.
more
Sorry
when
about
they
that.
are hurting the packet. That means if they're being told once,
Right.
twice, every time, they're not going to do it.
But I don't think you
But it's
answered the
not-
question
we don't-
before.
Right.
We're coming up to the holidays, we have
Mhm.
kids
I
coming
did-
home from
I was going to
Yes,
say
I
something.
responded to her. It's the same rules.
Just call and tell
You
them.
Right.
can tell her, you know, we're gonna have people coming
And if
in.
they have, if my kids have their friends coming over, I'm at work, my kids invited their friends over to the house over vacation. I don't know that's happening, their car could be towed.
That's parked on the street, yes.
If they park during.
But where they're supposed to park?
Listen, it's not only on the rules, it's also the city of Weston that
We,
forbids you to park on
no,
the
no,
street
no, no, no,
overnight.
no, this
No,
is not making sense, I'm sorry.
In the daytime.
Yeah, you can
On
park
the
on
day,
one
you
side
can
of the
park
street.
on one side of the street.
It's really very simple, you know,
And at night,
other
as long
communities
as you're
have,
notified.
odd days you
Correct.
park on the right
So
side,
during the day,
even
it's
days you park
fine.
on the left side.
And how is a guest gonna know that unless you tell them?
There's a patio, whatever you're going to have.
How is
Just
a guest
have a
gonna
sign
know
as you
that?
pull in,
I
each
agree,
one
but we
has a
have,
sign.
so we have to introduce that on the rules and the regulations.
Right, but you put a
You have to
sign
check
out
it.
for somebody who doesn't have the rules and regulations.
Somebody
They
that's
come to visit
visiting, they're not
somebody,
gonna
they don't
know.
On the first, you park on the right side, on this, you know, on the second, you park on the left side. Only one side of the street.
Well,
New York.
except, you know, yeah, you can't
Can I
block
just
the
add,
street.
like?
It is a
The
little-
homeowner is
Yeah.
responsible to notify the people that you invited to your house,
But you need to have more common
workers,
sense in South
contractors,
Florida. I
whatever
think her
people
brain's
that
gonna
you have,
come
the
back.
homeowner is responsible.
I can't do
It's
that.
just people don't have.
Park on one side.
If-
Unfortunately.
That's nice, but sometimes they forget. And the other thing is that if you have 24 hours service, that somebody's going around for 24 hours, they should know that the rule that's out there, and if somebody's violating it, that's a car that has to be towed. Not that the homeowner didn't tell somebody. Everybody has an obligation to understand a stop sign, this sign, or that sign, and when you're going into a community, it says, park on the right on the odd days, park on the left on the, even days, whatever, however you
This
want to
issue
work.
is
That-
very.
That's like New York.
It's very simple.
Always there's gonna be
We're
an
not in
issue.
New York, we're in
There's-
Florida.
There are
People don't think the
multiple
same way, I'm
communities
sorry.
here in Florida, that as you pull in, that's exactly what they say. So you know which side of the street to park on.
All right, go ahead.
Does BSO patrol the patios? Or do they come
They
in, or
might
do we
come
have to
in.
ask them to come in?
No.
Pay them.
They won't do it for parking, sir. I already tried,
They won't do it
Just-
for parking?
no.
I mean,
Don't-
unless
Aren't
they
we
saw-
supposed to follow the city rules, city
Because
laws,
what
city
hap-
ordinance as far
Right,
as
but what
parking?
happened is a private roads,
Right.
and they cannot do that. That is in their statute, in their ordinance. I
So people
already-
can park
I
the
already-
wrong way, can park at a stop sign, can do whatever they want?
Well,
And it won't
because
be enforced?
it's a private street, and they cannot come for that. Now, if they're in the fire hydrant, somebody's blocking, they will do that.
No, they won't.
That's a definitely.
No,
They won't come.
No, for the fire hydrant, yes.
They won't
will not,
come.
because we had
We
police,
had it.
we had police on the street, next street.
Uh-huh.
There's 2 cop cars there. I stopped there and told them that they parked in front of
They
our
said
house.
they can't do
In front of the, in front of the fire hydrant, all around it. And they said, we can't do anything, it's private property. They did not, they did not.
Well, I have to, I
That's
have
not
to tell you,
private
I
property.
talked to Captain
not private
Butler,
property.
which is the chief,
It's
for
considered
BSO.
public street.
And I already went to
Hydrant
this
is not a
issue
public
from
property.
executive
It's
1 and
it
2.
belongs to the
And I have to tell you, we thought they could have come and issue tickets. They tried one time, but we were challenged. And the only thing is that they will come is a hazard. If it's a hazard for them, whether it's a fire hydrant, it is a hazard, and I got that in writing for country house executive 1 and 2. So not if, the one thing is, if you see that in the future, you have cars and the police come and they do not do anything, please take a picture, because I will definitely complain that to Captain Butler, why it wasn't done properly.
So was that
Yeah.
BSO or police? There's a difference. If it
It's
was
BSO.
BSO, they
Well,
probably
Yes,
didn't do
no, it's
it.
the only one.
So I guess Weston is also.
The Western doesn't have PD.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
Broward,
that's true.
the Warren
Forgot about
Sheriff,
that.
yeah.
They got the BSO.